Hey, this is Nolan North, and you're listening to the Ninja Turtle Power Hour. Why wouldn't you? Take it from me. Raphael from TMNT. Go back to 2007. We'll save our brother, and then we'll save New York City. Or, of course,
you may listen to the Krang, because the Krang know that you should listen to Turtles and Turtle Power Hour. Go listen, Krang.
Welcome to the Ninja Turtle Power Hour. I'm Spencer.
I'm Keith.
I'm Cody.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mike. It's so good to see you all.
It's so good to see everyone here today as you listen to us on a day that is way after we recorded this. We're watching you.
What?
We're watching you.
Way after.
It's nearly a week.
It's a one day edit. We record these on Mondays. They come out on Tuesdays. Don't ruin the magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Spencer's a far better editor than taking multiple days. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
It takes me a couple days. It definitely takes me, I do a little here, a little there. I try to, and then I put it off doing it all in one day. And you end up sitting there for 2 hours editing.
We definitely didn't record.
Stop editing. What's going to happen? You should.
Yeah, we definitely didn't record 2 weeks ago, and Spencer lost the edit.
Yeah, god damn it. That was our best episode too. Like that was the one. If that was
sorry, dear listener, that we've been off for the last 2 weeks. Spencer lost the raw file, and we were like, "Fuck it, we're taking 2 weeks off then."
Yeah,
just kidding. Spencer had a baby.
I did have a baby. He's doing well. He's healthy. He nothing wrong.
The ultimate raw file.
Yeah, the ultimate raw file. Congratulations to you. Kind of annoyed that you haven't sent us a picture of the baby yet.
Oh, sorry, I didn't know you wanted one.
No, it's only been 2 weeks. We've only been friends.
I don't know
for the
why
past
Mike
5
wants
years.
a baby picture. Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
I didn't think you did. See, that's the thing is I called it. I knew you didn't care. I knew it.
I'm literally haranguing you for it.
See, now it's creepy because Mike wants to see your baby, and that's different.
I'm gonna split the difference, and I'm gonna be pissed no matter what you do. Either you didn't send me a baby pic and it was the worst, or God, why is he bombarding me with baby pics? So you're not gonna win. Do what you want.
I'm not opposed to a baby pic, but I would be like, "Yep, that's a baby," and then I would never look at it again.
I don't know, Cody. It sounds like you're pretty opposed to it. If you ask me, that's what I'm hearing.
I am an antinatalist, as they say.
Yeah, Cody the baby hater. Kill all baby Cody.
Which is a real term that people have been throwing around a lot lately.
Is that a real term?
No, really. Like it's part of the pragmata discourse that Western society is so anti-natalist, but the Japanese have saved us with their child game, and now all red-blooded American men want to have children now.
This is backstory.
Smash the anti-natalist narrative.
If you're not in the video game sphere, Capcom just came out with like the ultimate dad simulator called Pragmata, and it's like this little robot girl, and like you're saving her on this space station full of evil AI robots and stuff, and it's like it's making people like genuinely care for this little girl because it's so well animated and voiced and everything, and
it properly depicts childhood where all you do is just run around with your kid and shoot stuff. Like that's really.
Mm-hmm.
And she's she's genuinely funny.
That's my life.
The two fathers in this group, like, is that pretty accurate?
Yeah, no, babies with guns is like the funnest thing in the world, definitely.
Yeah. I believe Spencer's new baby was actually born with a rocket launcher, and he just came out blasting, and it was just right into the front.
He had a rocket launcher coming out of the womb. That is exactly how it worked.
But now he's got circumcised, and here we are.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just all it's all just solving puzzles and space shootouts, and it's a good old. It makes you want to be a father
every day. It's not getting vomited on while watching Incredible Shrinking Serling, which honestly I would take the vomit over that goddamn episode. Spencer, what are we doing tonight?
Tonight, we're talking, speaking of the Incredible Shrinking Serling, man, that's a mouthful. Yeah. We are going to be talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Season 7 episodes 4, 5, and 6.
So that's the Engagement Ring, Hacking Stockman, and the Incredible Shrinking Serling.
Guys, some might say this is the best episode of 2003.
No one would say that.
Watched, the Serling one is the best episode
of the three. Yeah, not to bury the lead. Of the three, the Shrinking Serling was the best one.
It 100% is. It 100% is.
Oh my god!
Like, you just have you have an anti-Serling bias. This episode is legit the best of the three.
I was mentally preparing myself for like the worst episode. Like Cody and I were talking. We're like, God, like, is it really going to be as bad as like Spencer and Keith had been saying? And it genuinely was not.
Nothing is
these three.
Spencer and I had never talked about before, like, this episode. Like, we both independently came to the conclusion that this was a terrible episode. And my hate for this episode predates this podcast even. I remember bitching to other people about this. I really do not like this episode.
And it's funny because
I've heard it has like a very direct plot, and they follow that, and they don't fill it up.
I've heard other people say that too, though. Like you're not alone in thinking that this is the worst episode, but you're all wrong.
I literally here's the thing. You guys are annoyed with Serling. I can
definitively tell you right now.
Here's the thing.
This episode is literally just Serling getting screwed over, and you get to enjoy that. Like, I truly don't understand, even if you're a Serling hater, what you hate about this.
Here's what I'll say. Whenever anyone hates anything and they tell you about it beforehand, I believe that what you believe this thing is going to be is like at the floor. Like, it is, you just believe it's going to be the worst thing in the world, and it never is. It never actually is, and so like it'll.
2003 breaks that because I already have my expectations on the floor constantly.
Mm.
Jesus.
I'm glad you have a screenshot chat of this moment. That's amazing.
Honestly, I'm not even kidding. Like, y'all are crazy.
It's from 2020.
It's from January 2020. Me complaining.
2020.
So yeah, so for the people at home, what this is it's a screenshot of me and my buddy Joel, the evil Joel, as you can tell from the title there. January 29th, 2020. He texts me, well, another disappointing day. I text him back, the same. Just got home and put on Pluto TV, and the worst episode of TMNT ever is on. And it's Michelangelo holding Serling is the screenshot that I took.
God. Just the epic long game that you've been playing, hanging onto this screenshot for 5 years, 6 years.
This predates our podcast even.
It does.
Yeah.
And it's because it's genuinely
for Keith.
I mean, the thing is like, Keith was like, this day's such a disappointment, and he's like, man, it can't get any worse than watching the Incredible Shrinking Serling. And then the pandemic happened. Little did Keith know. Little did Keith know. In 2 more months.
The screenshot is pre-pandemic.
Right.
In 2 more months, the pandemic would hit, and everyone would be, all the chaos that came out of that would happen.
Oh man. God.
I'm a bad friend because I didn't even follow up with him on like what made his day bad. I'm looking at the
Keith is pretty
text back and forth now.
It's never too late.
By his Serling hate.
It's never too late to ask him. You can.
Yeah.
There's this podcast I used to listen to.
You can just reply to this text and.
Yeah, just out of nowhere.
Yeah. Wait, I remember 6.5 years ago. What were you upset about that day, dude?
Yeah, have you spoken to Evil Joel since?
Oh yeah, we've spoken since. I've talked to him less and less over the years, but yeah, we've spoken since.
Is it because he's evil?
Actually, no, not because he's evil.
Oh,
other reasons.
Are you saying you'd cut someone off because they were evil? Are you saying you just stopped talking to someone Because they're evil? Unbelievable. Over their alignment, you just stop talking to them.
Yeah. No, yeah, definitely over their alignment nowadays. I've stopped talking to people.
The woke cancel mob strikes.
That's
yeah. Just because he's evil. Just because he's evil, you think you should stop talking to him and cut him off. Unbelievable.
You know what's also unbelievable? That we haven't started telling stories yet.
You're not wrong. All right. Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story.
All right, my story. Episode 4, The Engagement Ring. It aired on October 4th of 2008, written by Robert David. Casey's going to propose to April, and so he is in Chinatown looking for a ring. Unfortunately for him, the guy who's supposed to have great rings is reminiscent of a Mogwai salesman and in a spot of trouble. He hands Casey an obviously cursed ring before purple dragons shake him down for it. It turns out that Hun is after this ring because of how powerful it is. In the meantime, Casey proposes to April and slips the cursed ring on her. Eventually, April becomes possessed and super powerful and destroys a bunch of stuff before she's captured by Hun. Casey and Raph learn that the ring is evil and that only Casey can take it off because he's the one that put it on. April turns into a giant evil monster and escapes Hun's custody. The rest of the turtle family shows up with their helicopter to help. Casey is able to slide the ring off of April and save her. Mogwai guy shows up and takes the ring and gives them a replacement, then disappears. The end.
Riveting story. We continue on in the next episode, Hacking Stockman, which originally aired October 18th, 2008, written by Joe Kelly. While Donatello focuses on collecting Splinter's data bits, his brothers head out on East Side rooftop runs. Hearing an alarm, Leo, Raph, and Mikey go to investigate. They quickly discover the Purple Dragons are robbing a jewelry store. When they step in to stop the robberies, the Turtles learn to their misfortune the gang and Hun are carrying new high-tech weapons. Hun uses his high-tech gauntlets to punch a hole in the floor. The Turtles fall down below. There they discover that the store houses a vault kept by the Foot Clan. Several cyber foot ninja are tied up inside the vault. The Purple Dragons were actually robbing the Foot Clan. The Turtles find themselves pulled into a war between the Foot and Purple Dragons, but things get a lot worse when Cyber Shredder finds a way out of the digital realm by taking over Baxter Stockman's fancy new robot body, because he's been working for Hun, getting him those crystals. And with Splinter's data bits just within his grasp, Don is forced to make a terrible choice to help his father or save his brothers from the Shredder. He, of course, chooses to help his brothers, although before that he was saying how like the Shredder, the Splinter bits would be like lost forever. But then he helps his brothers, and he's like, it's actually not a big deal, I'll find him again. So I guess the bits are always findable. The end.
Riveting stuff. Our final episode of the evening is Incredible Shrinking Serling, also written by Robert David. Original air date October 25th, 2008. Serling suddenly becomes unusually generous to the Turtles, giving each of them something tailored to their interests before revealing his secret project, a makeshift time window built from outdated tech of the current day. When he tries to use it to return to 2105, it malfunctions and shrinks him, flinging him through chaotic time jumps until he lands in an era when the Turtles are toddlers. Mistaking him for a toy, the young brothers fight over him until Splinter confiscates him. Later that night, the kids' tug-of-war accidentally sends Serling to the surface, where he's hit by a car and taken by its driver, now an elderly old man named Wendell, who had seen Serling when he was time jumping. Believing Serling to be a priceless ancient artifact, Wendell prepares to dissect him, forcing the Turtles to mount a rescue. Wendell refuses to give up his cherished find, however, and unleashes an army of Serling-themed toy robots. Serling, still tiny but determined, secretly helps the Turtles by sabotaging the machines, ultimately disabling Wendell's giant robot by removing its batteries. After Splinter scolds his sons for exposing themselves to the surface, Wendell abandons his obsession, and Serling returns to the present, restored to full size by Donatello. The Turtles finally realize why they never recognized him as their childhood toy, and seeing how homesick he is, they bring him along to their rooftop runs. Serling admits in his own mechanical way that he's having the time of his life. The end.
Boo. Boo all three of these, honestly. I'm in a bad mood. These are bad episodes. Let's get into it, guys.
This
Second time
season
around.
itself is a bad season. It is. It is like it's genuinely terrible. All right, sorry to bury the lead.
Yeah. It ends on a really good note, I think, but man,
Yeah.
what a slog to get to the end note. But
Yeah.
I should have said that because now Mike and Cody are going to hate it because that's their ceiling now, right?
Right.
I mean, it's too early to say that this is my second favorite season, but it is not too early to say that this is the second time around.
Hey, nice junk.
Second time. Do it again for the second time around.
So the
All right,
engagement ring.
Uh-huh.
I liked this episode better when it was Eye of the Beholder from Gargoyles. It is the exact same plot. It is the exact same plot as Eye of the Beholder, where Xanatos gives his fiance like this ancient thing. It's the Eye of Odin in Gargoyles, and it turns her into like a werewolf, a werefox person. And they all have to, and he has to team up and get it, and like with the gargoyles to get it back and stuff. Like, granted, he doesn't buy it from like a shady Mogwai salesman, but it's like it's the same plot. It's the same plot.
Yeah. It's also like April getting jewelry that makes her evil was then also recycled in 2012. So it just keeps getting more derivative.
It's like evil mystical jewelry is just a thing.
Yeah. Cursed jewelry, things like that. Also, I'm
It's
just
really
going to say
a
it again.
metaphor for marriage, actually. So.
Is it Cody as the only unmarried one here?
Hey, tell me your wives aren't evil. Tell me right now.
Is Cody?
My wife
Is
isn't evil.
this
Notice
happened to
the
you?
hesitation, and nobody, as of now, still seconds after, has said my wife isn't evil. So
So
I
you
literally
think
said-
that
I
you think
literally
that
said
you think that the
I
other
said it
person
immediately.
Mike said it. Yeah.
no.
you
I didn't
think that
hear
the
it.
other person being evil should just like end a relationship, that you shouldn't get in a relationship with them just because they're evil?
Just because of their alignment.
Yeah,
Just because of their
Is
alignment?
Cody.
Hey, I'm not the one who married Hitler. Okay.
Whoa.
God.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Well.
Oh, what you're gonna call anyone who's evil Hitler? Is that what you're saying? Unbelievable.
Wow.
Unbelievable.
To be fair, we're talking about Lady Hitlers in this context, which is the worst form of Hitler.
I came for the lady, but I stayed for the Hitler. You guys watch Venture Brothers?
No.
Yes.
Oh my God,
You
okay.
know I watch Venture Brothers.
Yeah. Is this the first time we've seen Hun in this series with his new Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah, this was
The
the Hun
gauntlet.
reveal.
Yeah.
Well,
I
the
think we've
theme
seen
song
Hun.
was the Hun reveal.
Well, yeah, but like a Hun reveal isn't like the first actual episode he's in that isn't the theme song.
Yeah, this is where we find out kind of what Hun's been up to since the last time we saw him, which was like, wait, what, season 4?
Yeah, I think so. Is that right?
Well, I mean, he wasn't in Ninja Tribunal.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It's been a while.
in
He
this
comes back. He
episode-
comes back with a new voice actor.
Yeah, I thought you sounded a little. I think he had that voice actor like the last time we saw him, though, like the very last episode.
So seasons 1 through 4 is Greg Carey. Seasons 5 and 6 is David Zen Mansley. Oh, okay. So season 5. So he was in. Oh wait, never mind. So Greg Carey is back. So it's the original Hun. He came back for season 7. So season 5 and 6 were a different voice actor.
Interesting. Yeah, he was in that journal episode of season 6. I can't remember where he was in season 5, but we've come full circle. We've gotten away from 87 so much that now Casey Jones is using trash cans to attack people. So we're right back into 87 tropes.
Peter Laird must have shit a brick.
He must be rolling in his grave.
We'll roll. Yeah. He's not dead yet. He's just rolling in it for some reason.
Just, right, yeah.
They've tried to get him out of there.
Peter, get out of there. Yeah.
Peter, get out of there. Squirting him with a water bottle. Get your Segway out of there.
Yeah. Yeah. My Segway fell in the hole again. God.
In defense of Peter Laird, he hasn't brought up Segways in a long time, as far as I know. I guess he hasn't really written a Ninja Turtle comic in a long time either, though. Tragically.
Yeah, that's always going to be a thing with him now. Like, that's how... Like, if I was writing his eulogy, I would mention the Segways.
Are Segways still a thing?
I think they are. I don't think they ever really stopped. They didn't, kick off like everybody wanted, I don't think.
Yeah, they weren't they weren't the human transport of the future.
We ended up getting like hoverboards and stuff. I feel like after, the hoverboards that we call hoverboards, but you don't hover.
Yeah.
The last year of production was in 2020. Looks like COVID got it too.
You know what COVID didn't kill though?
Evil Joel and Segways, man.
You know what COVID didn't kill though?
What's that?
Scooters. Scooters have outlived the Segway. Because scooters are just that cool. It's all about scooting.
When I worked at the university, our cops would use Segways, and I saw one like get clipped on a door one time, and it was hilarious. He's going like full throttle.
It's the vehicle of choice for Paul Blart Mall Cop.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what else has also outlived Segways? Heelys. Heelys are super cool. Heelys will never die. I wanted Heelys so bad. I wanted Heelys so bad, but there's no way my mom was going to let her hyperactive children have wheels on their shoes.
I used to laugh when the children would crash on their Heelys at Disneyland.
I wanted Heelys so bad. I wanted them so bad. Maybe I should get them as an adult just to live out that childhood dream. I've heard there's adult Heelys. There's Heelys that are the size for adults. I'll like go to the skate park, drop in.
Isn't at risk of falling enough already. You want to know something amazing? I'm on Segway.com right now, and they make scooters now.
Oh wow! You can get Reebok Heelys.
Spencer's dreams are all coming true.
Yeah.
Scooters and Heelys are the future, man. You guys,
not
you guys can keep denying it. Oh yeah, at the same time.
You can get Hello Kitty Heelys.
Dude, why haven't anyone combined like Heelys with just like skating on something else to make something even cooler?
It's bad for your ankles, man.
Yeah, that just makes it more metal, dude. That just, that means
does a broken ankle metal?
Yeah.
That big
when you get it replaced, it is.
Terrible.
But also, I mean, it's you're drawing blood for your art, man, for the love of the game.
Do you remember at the beginning of this podcast when Cody was like, "Hey, we should talk about everything up front and not goof around for an hour"?
Here we are. See, what it is y'all don't actually like to talk about the episodes because it's 2003 and you hate them, and I get it.
These are three awful episodes. I have nothing else for the first one. If we want to move on to the second one, though,
I just get easily sidetracked. That's what it is for me.
Yeah.
But yeah,
the ironic part is I'm the one who could stay up the latest. I just want to put that out there. I'm trying to help y'all.
Not tonight. Tonight I can stay up the latest.
My mom said I could.
What's going on, Spencer? What leader?
Anything tomorrow? I'm still off from work.
Yeah.
And
for having a baby.
Help with a child at nighttime.
I do when I can.
Damn, bad fatherhood exposed.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know of any father that.
She's like, honey, it's your turn. You're like, nope, I'm recording a podcast.
I happen to lack.
At 2 a.m., but I choose to.
I happen to lack the ability to lactate, and so it's kind of hard for me to help with the baby at night.
I mean, you
with
have
that
nipples, don't
mindset,
you?
yeah, can you milk me? I got nipples.
So hacking Stockman.
Hacking Stockman.
Hacking
Really?
Stockman.
The only thing I got is that Michelangelo throws Stockman's head to Raph, and then he like surfs on an office chair, and I was like, oh, that's like Secret of the Ooze.
Peter Laird must be rolling in his grave.
Rolling in his grave.
He's not dead. They just can't get him out of there.
Segway just fell into it. Did you know that Segways are now making razor scooters? Anyhow.
Razor scooters.
Yeah, they merged. There was a merge between Segway and Razor. They're one company now.
Yeah, I don't have anything for here. Turtlepedia lists an error when the Shredder is in Stockman's body and dares the turtles to face him. Michelangelo's mask is pink for a second.
Man, I hope someone's whole livelihood was ruined for that.
Yeah. And then when Stockman reveals his brain form, he has 2 eyes. This error also occurred in Mission of Gravity.
Interesting.
Oh. Well, this is also the first time we see Stockman in season 7 as well. There's that.
Yeah, sexy new body.
Yeah.
Also, it feels like he's already kind of on his like path to being a decent guy, even though he didn't become a decent guy until the future, right?
Yeah. We'll get into that later. So in episode 6, the incredible shrinking Serling, the old guy in this episode has to be close to being like 90 years old, right?
Yeah, he's 87.
Yeah, because he had an onion tied to his belt, which was the style at the time.
Maybe 2 onions for a bee, I'd say. Spencer, I've waited
pictures
6
of
years.
bees on them.
Spencer, I've waited 6 years to tell you that I hate you for making me watch this episode again. So thank you.
Oh man.
Yep. Don't worry, it's the last time you'll ever have to watch it.
Yeah. Actually, listeners, I lucked out because I watched the first 2 episodes, and then Spencer had a baby and was like, I can't record tonight. I was like, oh, thank Christ that I don't have to watch this episode.
Technically, Wendell is one of the first humans that the Turtles have ever encountered.
That's very true.
All because of these timey-wimey shenanigans with Serling rewriting the timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, which we
All right,
know
is that
based
what we
on
got?
this, it's not like an alternate universe or anything. It's like a direct connected timeline that shifts.
All right, is that all we got then for the second time around? We good to move on to anchovies?
Let's do it.
No anchovies. You put anchovies on this thing and you're in big trouble, okay? I can't let you know.
Anchovies. Okay. For the anchovies. Engagement ring. I 100,000% believe that April and Casey would have been filleted into pieces getting caught in the helicopter like that. Somehow they followed a 60-degree angle into the bay of the helicopter instead of getting sliced by the blades as they're falling. Also, Mr. Sun, the guy, the Mogwai guy, as Spencer so eloquently put it.
Look, he does. He's very reminiscent of that guy that sells Mogwai in Gremlins.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. That's the trope. But so he gives Casey the ring, right? The evil ring. He's like, get this out of here. At the end, he shows back up. He just walking around Central Park in the middle of the night, I guess. Whether he was following this thing, it doesn't matter why he was there. He takes the ring from April and he's like, from darkness it came, to darkness it returns. And he puts it in like his breast pocket. So do you mean literal darkness though? Like it's dark in your pocket? Like what's that even mean? Stupid.
Yeah, I mean my thing is like, why didn't he warn them at all earlier? Like when he gave it to Casey, just be like, don't put this on anyone. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be so easy. He had in 2 seconds he could be like, hey, this ring's evil. Don't wear it. Or whatever.
Whole thing could have been avoided. Whole thing could have been avoided.
All 3 of these episodes could have been avoided. This is like the worst run we've had in a long time.
Whoa. You can't say that when we've got Incredible Shrinking Serling in the running.
This is the worst run of episodes we've had since the European vacation. I'm just saying.
No.
Yeah.
You're just saying things to hurt me now.
The European Vacation was never good. What are you talking about? You said those sucked too when we watched them.
I don't know. Tara, did I say those sucked? Report back to us.
I like that you waited for her to answer.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Just wait till I go digging for the receipts. I'll bring them up. Replay you seeing like, yeah, these episodes are terrible.
You would never edit in another clip into this show. No one will ever know.
I still crack up at Shredder getting beaten by turning off the light, though. That's just my favorite thing that happened in that whole season. Leo turns off the light. He's like, no, and jumps out the window. It's fantastic.
He's gone.
Good. One of the best seasons of '87.
I do have a fun spot for it, but it is absolute garbage as well, mostly.
I guess the next mutation isn't great either, so maybe it's actually the worst since the next mutation. That might be more accurate. Yeah. But yeah.
That's true. That's saying something when we've watched the next mutation. Oh, I forgot this second time around, because it's actually also an anchovy, but in this Incredible Shrinking Serling, they again attack their bad guys with remote controlled airplanes, which is something they did in the next mutation. So it's weird that I've lived one life and I've had to see that happen twice.
You're being punished, Keith.
I'd have 2 nickels.
Yeah, exactly. I got nothing else for anchovies for the engagement ring, though.
Yeah, me too.
Cody?
I mean, the whole thing is dumb. I think I don't buy. I mean, because April's really slumming it up with Casey Jones. Like, we need to talk about how shockingly low her standards are.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I've pointed this out many a time. It does not make sense ever for April to get with Casey unless it's like a fling, like a one night stand.
Casey, like this Casey, is just like the most charmless Casey. No, the movie Casey, and maybe that's Elias Koteas, his sheer charm, but that Casey is somewhat a normal actual person. Like that Casey wouldn't rough up your furniture, and that Casey wouldn't put away
You're
wet
still
dishes.
mad about the furniture from season 1.
Forever. I'll never let it go. That's an unforgivable offense.
Furniture. Yeah.
That's the crazy. Like, imagine if I came over to your house and the first thing I did was break your couch. Would you ever forgive me? No. And you never
I wonder
should.
how you got my house.
Yeah. How'd you get it here?
Hey, but still. But yeah, like who in their right mind puts, like, she was freaking out over wet dishes being put in the cupboard. Absolutely valid. April's a fool. This is the dumbest April that has ever lived.
I'm not going to be that harsh, but I mean, overall, this episode was engagement ring was the most forgettable for me, mostly because I watched it 2 weeks ago. And so, and then I was just like, oh yeah, I guess I already watched that one, according to Paramount Plus.
All right. Hacking Stockman. I again have a helicopter-based anchovy, which is that they fly the helicopter inside, which shouldn't. How's no one regulating this helicopter? Also, Stockman.
I think Keith is anti-helicopter.
I am anti-helicopter, right? I'm pro-blimp, anti-helicopter. Shredder takes over Stockman's body, this cool, sleek, sexy robot body. It's amazing. I love it. It's got like a robot eye. Super cool.
Yeah.
But he then like puts a bunch of garbage on himself to make him look like the Shredder. But the pièce de résistance is this shitty helmet that he puts on. This like made of tinfoil.
So stupid. It is.
It has like no shading on it.
Stupid.
It looks like
commits
one
to the
solid
bit.
piece.
He commits to the bit.
But it's like,
so
but like there's committing to the bit, and it's like, okay, like go find like an old piece, like an old armor or something. But it's like this Cyber Shredder is so stupid. He's ripping parts out of like the computer console and putting it on his shoulders and stuff. It's like,
for one, he's in the middle of a battle, so he's gotta improvise on the fly. Given time, he would obviously go to like a machine shop and have proper parts made.
Was he in the middle of a battle? He was
not in the middle of a
literally,
battle, no.
yeah, he was literally just doing it on his own, like by himself.
He knew the Pester Turtles would be there soon, and he'd probably have to fight off Pipsqueak Baxter in some way. Look, when you make a plan for the future, it's not crazy if it turns out that you needed that and it comes in handy. Like that's just proper planning. It's not his fault he needed it immediately after.
All this made me like realize, and I think we talked about it last time when like Cyber Shutter was revealed, was that like I'd said this, that like I really wish that he had more of like Viral's like personality, and like how interesting it would have been if like the Cyber Shredder was like had Viral's voice. And then I was like, man, how funny would it be if like Viral's voice was coming out of Baxter's body?
Perfect.
Like,
Mike is
I'm
really
lamenting.
going on
I'm
quite a
lamenting what
journey
never
there.
has. I mean, yeah. Well, I only thought about it again because like Tori's doing her like Shredder rankings, and so like we were talking about Cyber Shredder, and I was like, man, how cool it would have been if that was Viral. And then I watched this episode. I was like, oh man, that would have been funny.
My thing with this is I feel like it just really screws up like the future timeline with Stockman. Like fast forward happened and he'd been working with like Bishop this whole time, and now you learn that like he'd left Bishop and is working for Hun now. And
he still has just like 50 years to get there.
He can go back, I guess. I guess he could go back to Bishop, but it just, I don't know. Even like Mike's talking about like how he seems like he's less, I don't know, like less bad.
Well,
to me, just it really screws up the whole
he's
thing.
working with the turtles. Like he doesn't immediately flip out on the turtles. He's pretty chill with them, and he's like, let's do this.
But I don't know. He was last with Bishop, and the fact that he's just like not with him anymore is, in my opinion, it kind of starts screwing up the timeline. Well, he was with Bishop in the past, right? Because like the whole story in Fast Forward, right, is that he still worked with Bishop, and then there was the whole lab fire, and everything fell on him, and he didn't die, but Bishop thought he died.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
He also has
the
like
nasty and the pasty.
Yeah. He's got a different body and everything. So
it's kind of like, I don't know. It's like breaking a habit. It takes a few times. So I'm sure there was a few times where he went back, or maybe they needed to make some money.
Maybe.
That's why they need to do a spin-off series.
Maybe we need like within sort of like on and off again sort of romance between the two of them too. Maybe Yeah. Bishop in the Brain, we could call it.
Bishop in the Brain.
Oh, now Keith makes it.
Bishop in the Brain.
I would like for I don't know. I just want some sort of tension to be there. Some sort of will they, won't they? Just some sort of will they, won't they, and the show gets canceled before they ever will or won't.
Before they ever kiss.
Yeah, but you'll feel the tension all the time, and then think something will happen.
When his lips almost meet the brain lips, but they never feel the deal.
But yeah, in Ninja Tribunal, he was part of the Turtles' offensive against the resurrected Demon Shredder. So he was going straight, and then he turned and went to the Purple Dragons. Interesting.
Well, also, why are you assuming the Purple Dragons are evil?
Because they're stealing a bunch of stuff.
Oh, stealing's always wrong?
No.
You're saying Robin Hood is evil?
Cody, your alignment's all over the place, man.
Yeah, really.
I know.
True.
I'm not a nerd, so I don't know D&D alignments, but I'm probably the middle one. That's cool.
The middle one that's evil. Oh my god. Speaking of the middle one that's evil, I want to reiterate Cody's anchovy that Donatello's like, I gotta get these data bits. I gotta get them now. They're in a paper company down in Texas. That the reason he says that is completely irrelevant to anything. I gotta get the bits. I gotta leave you guys behind to go get these bits. And then immediately he's like, I can just find them later. Who gives a shit?
Yeah. The way he sets it up, he's like, if I don't get these now, they're gone forever. And I may never find them again. But then he's like, it's fine. I'll find them. They'll cool.
Pop back up. It's the internet.
Yeah.
It would be funny if, like, whenever, if ever he ends up reconstituting Splinter, if he's just like, there's like 5 or 10 bits missing, but it's probably fine.
He's like missing half a foot.
Missing a toenail, and also maybe can't remember Michelangelo's name.
Where he's like, they put Ted together wrong. Am I thinking of that right?
What is it?
The Ted episode where it's like they put Ted together wrong, and he's a little.
I've seen it. All right, we ready for the coup de grace? Incredible.
Is anybody?
Yeah. Lay it on us, Keith. Give us the full rant.
Oh my god, I don't even know where to. Oh, I guess I do know where to start, which is the beginning. So Serling's made a time window. That's all well and good. Why does he need the turtles to be gone while he's using it?
Yeah, like don't they want him to go back to the future too?
And I honestly, I have no idea whether or not they want that to happen because he hasn't been in the show at all to do anything or talk to anyone.
Yeah, and he just like he was just able to build a time window just like that. Like,
I think he does say that he had the
time,
schematic still from Cody, so that's
like
there's
that,
at least that. But like, where's he getting all his parts? Where's he getting the energy? All this other shit. Why does it? Why does it open him back into the past and then immediately send him? Like it takes him to the Jurassic first, right? And then it takes him to like the 80s.
Or it takes him to the Cretaceous, Keith.
Sorry, excuse me. The whole thing.
Nothing about dinosaurs.
Just stupid. I know that's true. I gotta read my my Palladium
How
books.
Embarrassing.
A little closer. Transdimensional turtles. Wendell. The whole evil toys thing. And I hated this 87 episode, Michelangelo Toys Around, and this is exactly the same plot where it's like we made these evil toys, and Serling's like, I have to act like a toy or else I'll fuck up the time stream, and then later he's like, how could I beat these toys without revealing that I'm not a toy? I know, toys. It's like stop saying toys. 1 and 2.
I can't believe. Go ahead.
He uses like a railroad car and an airplane, and he uses a fire hydrant, like a fire engine. He stands with the hose in front of everyone and squirts down all these other toys. It's like, where did this guy get the time to make evil toys? He's got a whole secret toy workshop under his toy shop that opens via spaceship toy trapdoor. It's got its own probulator in it for some reason. And then at the end, like the day is saved and everything, and the turtles are like, oh, hey, cool, this toy talks. And the toy's like, yeah, but you're stupid, or whatever the hell he says. And like, what? It's mean. Throw it away. And so they all collectively throw it away in the garbage can in the center of the the toy store aisle, which is stupid. And then they get back to the future, and Leonardo's like, oh yeah, I totally remember you. We just didn't realize it because your dimensions were a little bit different. It's like, really? You didn't remember the talking toy that you had when you were a kid? The first time you met a human that looked exactly like the robot from the future? So stupid. All of it.
I mean, to be fair, kids are dumb. And you forget a lot of stuff early on. And I think you have turtle derangement syndrome.
Yeah, I think you're being a little harsh towards this episode, Keith. Like my biggest anchovy is that these turtle tots are hideous. Even my wife was like, "Why they don't need buck teeth?"
Oh yeah,
like just the worst turtle tot designs.
And they're also just really annoying, specifically in this episode, with like the constant bickering over Serling and fighting over him, and like no one is not annoying in this episode.
But they're kids. Well, yeah, that's how they're accurately depicted.
No, but I mean, Spencer is right for once. Like the turtles are like.
Sorry. I'll allow it. Suddenly I agree with
Mike. It's like, I mean, but it's a problem that like this show specifically has had with the turtle tots every time we've seen them, is that it's like it's clearly the older actors like just badly doing like baby voices for the turtles, and it's just
I think they also
for some reason
artificially drop their voices down. I'm pretty sure
it's just like it's so much more egregious in this episode. Like it was kind of annoying. Just anytime they hear the talk, because like the Serling story of like him just trying to get back to the future, like that was fun. Every time the turtle tots showed up, That was the worst part of the episode. As is the case with every other Turtle Tots episode in 2003.
So you side with Wendell, who was because the turtles wanted his toy, was going to murder them.
I didn't say I was going to side with him. I was saying that story was more interesting than the turtles bickering because they, couldn't agree on the toy and whose toy it was. Also, that's supposed to be a younger Splinter, but it's just the same design as like the current Splinter in Back to the Sewer.
Yeah.
I thought he looked a little younger.
Like I was looking to see, like, I think he has like a mullet that's like not gray, but he has like the white fur collar that's like specific to this season.
I thought it was fine. I didn't take issue with Splinter.
Is there a clown in someone's
honking the bicycle?
I was trying to mute it. It's the elote guy. He always stops right outside.
Yeah, I thought you should have just passed it off that you got like a toy horn and you thought it would be fun to honk it during the toy episode.
Why? Do you guys not like elote guys? Come on now.
I literally thought you got like a toy clown horn and were honking it because you thought it would be fun.
No, it's the elote guy. He walks around. He walks around and sells like elote, and like various other, treats.
He just pokes his head in your window and acts and honks at you until he's
literally outside of man. Like right now, like that's what sucks.
Do people like the honking?
Yeah, like he always gets people.
Because they probably just want the honking to stop, and so they're like, if I buy a goddamn thing, will you stop honking that?
No, unfortunately, we all know that he doesn't. Because buying things just encourages the honking.
True, that's a positive incentive there. You're creating an incentive.
Exactly. It just it's a reward response. He just learns, hey, the more I honk, the more people will come buy things.
They're just going to Pavlov him into honking a horn. Now he's going to start carrying it with him everywhere, just honking it at random times.
Do you have anybody right now?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you should do: is get your mice addicted to crack.
So they can be even faster.
When you get arrested for drugs, you're like, no, there's a rat in my house.
It's for my mice.
Understand, officer.
Yeah. That's exactly what a crackhead would say. That's exactly what a crackhead would say.
Right.
It's not for me. I would never buy it for myself.
The mice. The mice, I tell you.
It isn't mine. It's the mice. The mouses.
They have a huge drug habit now. Do you know how much they need every day?
They held me at gunpoint. Where they even get a gun? Oh, this episode, man. I hate Serling. I hated him before. This didn't redeem him at all, and he didn't get any sort of comeuppance or anything. Why not just send him back to the future? He's not freaking doing anything.
Well, like to Keith's point, like this is kind of derivative of like that 87 episode, which like I'm sure Peter Laird was spinning in his grave.
Yeah,
he's not dead.
He's right into it. Spun right.
Yeah,
around.
He's not dead. He just like they just can't get him out of there.
Every week he does this.
I don't know why that's the joke of the evening. I love it. I just think that's funny. It cracks me up every time.
Yeah, it's a good visual. It's a very Simpsons-esque joke. Yeah. Any other anchovies for these episodes, guys?
I think we're good
at all.
Yeah, let's talk about what we liked here.
Good, because these were terrible. Let's talk about some good things.
Oh, I love being a turtle.
All right, episode 4 in the engagement ring. I think that Casey's proposal is kind of cute. It's cute. It's a nice little romantic moment they have. Their whole him fumbling things and them, trying to do it out on the river and stuff. It's just, it's a nice little cute moment.
I did appreciate that Casey started it out in the middle of a lake alone because of the implications.
The Dennis system. He's been using the Dennis system on April.
Yeah.
Separate entirely.
Yeah.
He got it wrong because separate entirely means you leave, not separate them
from society.
Yeah, not separate from society.
My other favorite thing about this episode was watching it with my daughter because April starts transforming into this giant monster. And, it's kind of supposed to maybe be kind of slightly scary. She's turning into a monster, all these things, so she turns the giant monster and flies out. And what my daughter latches onto is, oh, she can fly. That's what she says. Says, oh, she can fly. I got all excited. And I was like,
your daughter likes Winx Club.
Yeah, she can fly. Yeah. Horrific transformation happens on screen. I mean, granted, for maybe a baby it would be, but then it turns into my daughter just thinking that's the coolest thing in the world because now April can fly.
Is this not just proof that Turtles fans greatly exaggerate the adult or gritty themes of Turtles right here?
I would say this is poor evidence of that because most 2003 fans don't like the last season. A lot of them don't like the second to last season either.
You're expecting it to be like too scary for your daughter because it's like horrifying, but clearly your daughter loves it. So your standard of what's adult and horrifying is clearly way off.
I wouldn't calling it adult is definitely an overstatement there. I just think that potentially it could be weird for a 2-year-old to see happen on screen. That's all.
Yeah, little kids are scared of weird things, definitely.
They are, yeah. My daughter is scared of the Happy Birthday song. You sing Happy Birthday, and she gets upset. She had a nightmare about it one night.
Is it because you start shouting it at her?
Yeah, no, she woke up crying one night and was just like, "No more birthday song, no more birthday song." Like,
and because there's there's a room full of like 40 people shouting a song at her, looking at her.
I think it's like a room full of 40 people like poorly singing this song in unison, and like people being off key. I think it just sounds bad.
Blow the candle, blow
it's
it.
Overwhelming, yeah. You should show her the Aqua Teen Hunger Force birthday song. Maybe she'll like that better.
All right.
I'm gonna try and find that link. In the meantime, the Casey system is come into life, act like an asshole, separate physically, engagement ring. Yes.
I like it. Perfect. Canon.
I do like that Hun lied about killing the turtles to all the purple dragons for credit. It's a very Hun thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta.
I'll say it again. Casey's design upgrade, fantastic. It's like my favorite look for Casey Jones.
Yeah, Casey looks pretty good. April, they did horribly, but
yeah. I don't hate April's design. I just wish it was consistent with her previous design. Like if she had always looked like this.
Clearly they thought the other April was too old and washed looking, and they wanted to make her
it's
little girl.
Like we said, it's that weird synergy they tried doing with the 2007 movie. Like,
I mean, that's really what it boils down to is that for this season they were trying to make it look like the 2007 movie for the action figure line. Essentially, they were kind of like Playmates asked if they could use this to help continue to sell the 2007 movie action figures. That's why the turtles have pupils. That's why April has like the different color of red hair, the natural red hair, and just looks the way she does, is to look more like her action figure, is to look more like the 2007 movie.
I think unironically the previous April design looks more like it. Like change the colors on that and it looks much more like it.
I think you're crazy and blind if you think that's true. If you're just not. Yeah. All right, Hacking Stockman.
Stockman.
I like that Shredder is like, we're no match for Hun's new tech, as Shredder is like a techno sentient being that can travel through electricity in the airwaves, and he's like somehow worried about Hun.
Yeah.
Beautifully stupid.
I like when your loves are actually anchovies, but just framed in such a way.
When it's so stupid, you have to respect it because it's they really didn't think it through, and you're like, that's impressive.
I like Stockman a lot in this episode, even though it kind of like screws up his timeline. Like him being a brain, just Stockman being a brain. I just watched it and I was like, I just genuinely love this. Him being a brain and a robot. The turtles having to like team up with him.
It's cool.
Mm-hmm. And like the turtles like having to team up with him and like toss him around the room, and he's trying to like hack into stuff. Like that whole scene is fun to watch, after he's been like ejected out of the body and Shredder has full control of it.
That was a great part where his head just like flies off his body. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah. And they're like fighting the Shredder, and he's trying to like get into the computer to do what he needs to do.
Yeah.
It's a good time.
I do love that the turtles were in like actual ninja gear this episode.
Yeah, those black outfits were really cool. Like I always love seeing the turtles different outfits, not disguises, but like outfits.
Yeah.
I like that Shredder makes his own stupid armor and helmet. I think that's cool. I think that's awesome and hilarious. And like also when he makes the helmet, like it pulls out like the little string eyes or whatever because he has to do the red eyes.
Yeah.
That's attention to detail, And props to them because at first I was like, wow, where did he get those eyeballs from? That's stupid. But then the head pops off and he has 2 little wire eyeballs floating around. And it's like, you know what? Props. I was expecting him to like be able to like techno organically like reshape the body. But, can't have it all, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also like the turtles off and on they lose their pupils and just get pointed googly eyeballs when necessary.
It's like, sometimes those goofy expressions are pretty funny.
Yeah.
Like, and they have like one giant eyeball and the other one's small, but they have like the beady eyes.
Yeah.
They definitely give it to Michelangelo way more than any of them.
Classic. Yeah. It's good stuff. But that's all I loved.
All right, episode. Our final episode of the evening. Incredible Shrinking Serling. No,
this is the best episode. This episode was fun.
It was fun for like a Serling episode. Like Serling is still a terrible character, but the A story of him like just kind of bouncing around time and like how he accidentally like caused this guy to go crazy because he blew up his old toy, and then like how he had like a shrine built to his broken toy soldier that inspired the rest of his life. Like I don't know what, like something about it is kind of funny. Also, like it feels like this could be a weird Tales of the TMNT issue.
Yeah, it would fit right in. Yeah, I like Shady Serling where he like contrives all the turtles to leave, and then he gets up to his plans and is immediately hoisted on his own petard.
Yeah.
And then just like the dumb adventure. Yeah, and I like, creepy old guy. What did I say in the chat? There's one thing he says which is just like,
oh, peddler of kitty toys.
Yeah, which is just like flagship peddler of kitty toys is such a combo to put together, and especially in our day and age, it's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, like that's such a good, good one.
Peddler.
Also, like I don't know why, like I thought it was funny at the beginning when like Serling is giving the turtles like tickets to things like Raph has got, it can go to like Wrestle Slam, and then like Leo has tickets to the museum and Mikey can go to the movies. And, like he's buying them tickets so they can go do like public things. Like I was waiting for like them to be like, hey, like Serling, we can't go out in public, man. It's not the future.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leo's thing was free. It's a museum, right? Like,
I thought the same thing too. I was like, they're not going to charge him to go to the museum. But also, how did Serling get tickets to Wrestle Slam when Raph said it was sold out for months?
I mean, he's a fancy robot computer. He could have just hacked into some systems and.
So you're saying they're counterfeit tickets?
I mean, ideally, that'd be even better if he screwed the turtles over doubly because he kind of hates them.
This is I'm leading it right back into anchovies. He needed them gone for so long so he could take 2 steps into a portal.
He couldn't risk those meddling turtles ruining it.
couldn't risk,
We've
them
established.
being like, "No, stop, Serling. You can't fix the time stream."
Yeah.
Well, look,
How
these
dare
these
you.
turtles above all are contrarian narc dickheads, and so he's probably not wrong in thinking that and somehow they'd want to screw it up.
Also, I don't know why it was kind of funny. It was in this episode, and then the engagement ring, the rooftop run sequence. Those, like, some of the shots are from previous seasons, and I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, definitely.
It's more of an engagement ring.
Was the one with Serling an old one that they just like put Serling over? I couldn't quite tell.
Yeah, because like it felt like his animation was a little different.
Yeah,
and that's all I got. I really like Incredible Shrinking Serling. I don't like. I get why you think it's bad. I will give you that.
Can you tell me why he shrunk?
Because like he said like he like the time and space thing, he did like the parameters wrong, so it's like he shrunk space instead of time or whatever. I forget exactly what he says, but he references it directly.
It's a very specific thing he says. Like, and it's because of like a miscalculation he did, because he's not as smart as Cody Jones is.
No, but I like this episode.
Bet you didn't think we'd have that ready, did you, Keith?
I mean, you didn't define it at all, but okay.
Well, no, he does explain it like
it was a mistake.
Though. I just can't remember exactly what he says.
Yeah, it's like a mistake he made in his calculations, like Cody said. Like, he shrinks his personal space. It's because it's a space time thing.
Yeah, and so he just like got it backwards.
Yeah. I'm sorry that the answer in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Back to the Sewer is not up to your standards.
It doesn't check out. Brian Green would have some bones to pick with this episode.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like episodes that are just like a very contained, specific story. Serling wants to go back to the past, and he messes it up. And I find it more enjoyable than, because usually they're like, oh, this happens, and there's a bug monster is there, and it fights him. And like,
yeah,
I just like a good, simple, here's a stupid robot that
also
messes things up.
Also, it's nice to kind of like give Serling like a neat little arc that like he really wants to go home. Like, yeah, kind of like Donatello's whole thing this season is that like he's obsessed with trying to find Splinter. Like, giving Serling like this little mini arc of like, hey, like, I don't belong here. I don't want to be here. Like, I don't know. I think that's interesting. Even for a character like Serling.
Why doesn't he go home?
That I don't know. I mean, like, it would be nice to answer that.
Because he still has a time window, right?
Well, like in this one, it establishes he built it wrong, so seemingly they would have to fix that. But don't really know how.
I thought he just calculated it wrong.
Well, like he like built it wrong.
Based on his seemingly
he could fix it, but he's like, who's to say he knows how to repair them or whatnot?
And who knows? Like in Wedding, what is it? Wedding, whatever, the last episode.
Wedding Crashers, like, it's called.
Doesn't like Cody like come like watch the wedding through his own little time window anyway? Who's to say that he didn't just pull Serling back then anyway? Kind of a dick move of Cody to wait this long to bring Serling back, but you know,
maybe Serling traveled to the future the slow way, which is my favorite way of time travel.
That's true. I did enjoy it when Bender. I enjoyed it when Bender did it.
It's just a cool thing.
And that's all I got.
All right, we ready for the news?
Hit it, Keith.
This is April O'Neil of Channel 6.
Cody, I don't understand what this. I understand the words in this first line here for Toy News, but I don't understand what it is.
Oh, it'll make sense in a second.
Okay.
Yeah, Keith, my cleverly laid joke.
Oh, sorry. Am I ruining something?
Kind of. I also realized I didn't write the sentence properly.
No, it's very bad. Only I knew what you were talking about because you and I were talking about it earlier.
I would obviously elaborate, but everyone's been bursting at the Golan for a new release from Rage Toys. They've finally unveiled that the long-awaited Golan Bursty figure, which is legally definitely not Bebop in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series, he's entering the final paint stages, and they expect him to release in June. So Golan Bursty, I think it's almost been 2 full years where a third-party unlicensed set of turtles, the Samurai Force turtles, where they started with Leo, who's not Leo, he's actually Samurai Spring, and then they did, Autumn Donatello, Summer Mikey. At some point they put up for pre-order very clearly Bebop, but he's not Bebop, he's actually Golan Bursty, which I think is some like Chinese lore story character.
Well, I just looked it up. So I mean, because Golan Bursty is definitely not a Chinese word. It's
I felt like I found they pulled it from somewhere for some reason.
Well, they did. It's a Norse word. He's a boar in Norse mythology.
Yeah, I guess that can kind of make sense. I mean, kind of one of the fun things about like unlicensed toys from China is like the name. They always come up with like wacky names that don't quite make any sense. But yeah, they made their Bebop, but he's like a samurai kind of warlordish guy. And then you buy a separate kit, which is totally not from Rage Toys. It's from Rave Toys. Clearly a different company, not related, and they're not meaning for you to put the kits together. But it's like a cyberpunk kit, and then he looks just like Bebop. So people pre-ordered that like 2 years ago, and then like nothing. And a lot of people were suspecting it would never come out, blah, 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 which these unlicensed things take forever. But 5K Toys, who is one of the big sellers of this kind of stuff, and usually they're pretty much the only ones providing actual updates. They expect it to be out in June. So the line is rolling right along, which in December they put up 2 girl turtles, Violet and Crimson, and they showed a little bit of Raph, who's Winter, and he's like, I think they were calling him the General, but it's a good sign that this line will keep trucking along.
Yep, and you can still pre-order Golan Bursty right now on 5K Toys. Not sponsored, just I love these figures, and like Cody had said, like I can't remember when I pre-ordered this one, but I was thinking about like Spring, the not Leonardo, and how like that figure is over 3 years old now, over 4 years old when we first saw it.
Yeah, it's been a long, long time.
Like it's been a long road to get these figures. So
yeah. Which it's still up. It's also up at places like Gundam Bombus B. So the production run seems pretty high for this.
So you can still pretty much get everybody but Spring. Like the production run on Spring was super low.
And like it was super popular. The line has kind of waned because part of the downside in taking 4 years to make a turtle line is people at some point are like, nah, I can't. I'm not gonna do this anymore.
It's like 4 years to do all 4 turtles. Who do they think they are? Jada Toys? Come on.
Ooh, freaking got them.
Yeah, shots fired.
But yeah, so that's super exciting. In other turtle news, I know Keith is gonna buy this one immediately. NECA fans have been clamoring for this. Everyone's favorite characters, Daimyo Orkai and the Raptor, from everyone's favorite TMNT number 17 issue, where Mikey makes his own little story as the Wanderer. NECA's doing a 2-pack, $69.99. It's not NECA exclusive, so you can buy it pretty much wherever your favorite shop that sells NECA online typically. And I would assume it would come to stores maybe. And they say it should be out Q4 2026. And I think Keith and Spencer are going to buy 2 copies each because they're big Mirage 100%
fans. Correct.
Yep. It is up on Big Bad Toy Store right now. I think it was $70 for the 2.
Yeah,
that's insane.
Nope, $73 on Big Bad Toy Store. Also, yeah, the Wanderer figure that these go with came out 3 years ago. So what do they think they are?
Yeah.
Rage Toys?
It's
Come
never
on,
too
man.
late to
who
complete
is the
a step.
audience for this? Like,
They did, to their credit, they do have the Wanderer available on their website. So if you still need him,
I mean, that's good.
You can finally
yeah.
get this set.
I'm actually.
It's
What's
just-
surprising to me too is that they haven't made. I would think if you're gonna make any other character from this single issue, it would be the executioner that's on the cover with Michelangelo and the princess. Like, I'm surprised they haven't made him. He's a lot cooler looking than the daimyo, who's just like a guy in a robe. And like, the raptor's cool, yeah, but I don't know.
Like, to be fair, when you look at the comic, I can see why they like these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they did them well because neither of them are as cool. And then
No, Eric Talbot drew him way better than
it
Vicky
is. Yeah,
Miller.
like it's such an iconic cover. I think for Mirage. That it's like, yeah, like you would naturally gravitate towards this issue and be like, oh, like to make figures, and then when you read it, really nothing.
And the fun thing is, like, the daimyo comes with extra hands, including like a set of grippy hands, but you don't get anything for him to hold, so you're gonna have to provide that yourself.
Yeah, so it's $70 just for the 2 figures and some hands. Is that right?
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah, because there's no extra heads. There's nothing. It is. I'd be very, because NECA has operated this way a long time, where it's like, if they want to make a character themselves, they'll make it, and they don't seem to have trouble getting it approved by the license or whatnot. But I would just love to be in the room where they're like, we want to make Daimyo, Orkai, and the Raptor, and people are like, we gotta make it, and they pass up other stuff over this seemingly. Like, I would love to know how this works in other figures.
I'm just saying
this one.
There's other characters with more appearances than this. That's it. Like there are other characters with more appearances.
Yeah, like Hokum Hair.
I mean, just even within Mirage, right?
Yeah.
You know, you've got Radical and Complete Carnage. Like,
I did see actually there quite a few people in the comments in various ways. People did bring that up, so you're not alone, Spencer.
It was all just Spencer in a mask.
Yeah,
it's possible. You know, I do try to psyop the internet a little bit sometimes when it comes to fandom stuff. You know, I've been trying to like psyop people into like liking the Freedom Fighters.
I was about
pretty
to say
hard
that's
for
why
DC.
I see all the Freedom Fighters requests.
Yeah. The
I'm gonna
Raptor
make people
does
think
have
that
an
these characters are
articulated
important.
jaw, so that is a plus for that figure.
That is
Does he
important.
have like a hole in his head where the Wanderer can plunge his sword because the Raptor was in it for like 3 panels and got killed immediately?
That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Probably not, though.
Damn. No. Yeah, like, I don't think this is not a cool figure, but yeah, it's not. They didn't nail the comic ferocity or coolness. Like, people have been calling him like a bootleg Sauron.
Yeah. I think we said it best in our group chat where it was like, in any other context, like Dinosaur Man and Old Wizard would be awesome. But like in this, it just kind of looks a little lame.
Yeah.
It's very puzzling.
Yeah. Especially at $70 for these two, like thin figures too, not like beefy, not.
Well, yeah, and they're not like stacked out. Which NECA's other thing is they're real sticklers. I've seen them talk about it before, where they're like, this character doesn't have a lot of accessories, so there's nothing for us to do. And it's like, you can create stuff, right?
You're the masters of your own destiny, guys. Come on.
You could literally be like, the wizard has a cool staff, and I don't think anybody would be like, he didn't have a staff in the comics.
Yeah, well, like with Mona Lisa came with like test tubes and shit, and she doesn't have any of that in this show. So,
well, they also, one other thing they do is they like, and this is where I kind of suspect NECA, and again, like, the economic situation, I think has really caught up to NECA in a way we hadn't seen before, where like previously maybe they would have included other accessories, because they have a habit of, like, in the Toon line especially, like the test tubes were some other character's test tubes and they just packed it with them or whatever, but you just get hands. So
Damn, these guys got hands.
Yeah. I think the only other thing I could bring up in toys, since our gap is, I don't think we've mentioned it on the show. NECA has taken like the 4-packs, like the Stump Wrestling Turtles and the Punk Turtles and the Black and White Universe of Monster Turtles, and split them up into new individual sets, and they're selling them at Ross for $14.99 each. So
yeah, or you could just buy them on eBay for twice the price.
Yeah, you can wait for scalpers to buy them, and then sell them back to you for.
Have they done
And
all
like
the
oddly,
Punk
at this
Turtles?
point,
I've
you
only
can
ever seen the
also.
Leonardo.
What was that? Sorry.
I was gonna say, have they done all the Punk Turtles? I only ever see the Leonardo in any pictures of it.
So far I've only seen Leo, but given the way they've done the other sets, I'm sure the other turtles would be shipping out too, because like they're splitting. But I don't know, maybe they only had a bunch of Leos, which it seems kind of crazy to me if they really, and maybe I just don't understand economics, like how it would make sense to like claw back a bunch of 4-packs, put them to the factory, have the factory take them out and repackage them, and then sell them for $14.99 to Ross, and somehow like everyone's still making money. Like I just don't see how it all works, but apparently it does.
Yeah.
It is a little weird. But also like, hey, you know, at least they're not throwing them all in the dump. I don't know.
The only thing I would change is I wish NECA would sell them themselves first. Because the thing about Ross is Ross has become prime scalper country.
Yeah.
Where people go and they buy these. Because Ross is an awesome idea. Like a store, it sells discount stuff. You go there, you get a deal. And scalpers have ruined it because they just go buy up all the stock and put it on eBay. And that's why you can find these individual packs on eBay for like $36.99. And it's like, great job, idiots. You can still buy the 4-pack for like it's the whole thing is stupid. But
yeah,
if you want them, check your Rosses because the stock has been pretty good. Like I've seen one store I saw they had like 7 of each figure. So
I'm slightly disappointed that like I paid full price for like the wrestling turtles, but also I'm like, now some kid can get that just the black suit Raphael for a reasonable price, and I'm on the lookout for just the Punk Donatello because that's the only one I wanted out of that pack. I'm not spending $150 for that, so
I would expect them honestly to come out, and honestly, like you might see the beach turtles or whatnot. Because one thing that NECA's also ran into is because NECA has a special relationship with Target, at least, where at most Targets, a lot of the NECA stock is actually vendor stock that NECA is renting shelf space for. And then NECA has been like taking it back and then clearancing it themselves in like blind boxes.
Mm-hmm.
So I would expect more of this because I think NECA has a ton of unsold stock that they want to. Yeah. And this is a very clever way of redoing it. So I'll let you know, Keith, if I find any more pop up. But so far, I have only seen Punk Leo, but I expect more.
It's almost enough to make me want to walk into a Ross.
Spencer will know this. There's a Ross by our comic book shop. And every time I go there, for one, you have to walk past like 2 security guards. And so they give you the evil eye like you're going to rob Ross. And you're like, I'm in Ross. Yeah. Like, I'd be doing you a favor if I robbed you, pal. Like,
right. You should pay me to rob you.
But then, like, I have to walk through the whole store because the toy aisle is like, it's literally like, if it's a diamond, it's precisely the opposite corner. So I have to walk through the whole thing to get to the most world's depressing, threadbare toy aisle. And then I just walk all the way back and they look at me like, you better not have stole something. It's like, yeah, I have a $3 candle holder I'm really hoping to escape with. But yeah, other people have cooler Rosses based on the pictures. But yeah, good luck, everyone. And I believe that's all the toy news.
Right.
All right.
So, comics.
Moving into comics. So, while we were out, right, we already had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 Compendium come out, is what they, I guess, have called it. So that compendium is what collects that original 50 issues of like IDW's run on the Turtles. So Tom Waltz's run. And then we also have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers TMNT 3 trade paperback come out, as well as TMNT Journeys number 9. The day after this episode airs, on May 13th, we will have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures Compendium Volume 2 and TMNT Volume 4. Well, I guess it's really TMNT Adventures number 18. Oh, sorry. Nope, that's not TMNT Adventures. My bad.
Nope.
We will have... I don't know how to read Roman numerals, so that's why. Anyway, but TMNT number 18 will be out.
I didn't put any Roman numerals in there.
I was reading off of the TMNT, the Ninja Turtles blog. I don't know. Anyway, Volume 6.
You did
that
instead of the notes that I put in the news for you. Got it.
Well, you did put those notes in there, but I noticed that you were missing some things, and instead of typing them in there, I just decided to read off the website.
Okay.
Well, because I wanted to talk about what came out.
Because I put the things that were coming. Because I put the things that were coming out next, and it was actually the TMNT Adventures Compendium number 2 hardcover, because the paperback's already out.
That's weird. Usually
Did they do it? I don't think they did a paperback compendium.
Maybe of number 1.
Hardcover?
Usually hardcovers first, and then they release a paperback later.
Well, anyway.
I'm just glad Volume 1 finally got a compendium.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that is Volume 1 of the compendium.
It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 1 compendium. That's the way it's printed. That's the way
it's printed.
It's Volume 1 of the. If the next one says Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Volume 2 compendium, then I don't know what to tell you. Other than you're reading it wrong.
No, I showed you the screenshot of how they.
Either way, I know. Either way, it's all a big mess, for sure.
I just
seems like it's clearly laid
IDW's
out.
got my back to annoy Spencer.
Yeah, seems like it's pretty clearly laid out. Yeah, that is it for the news tonight. So yeah, Spencer, what are we doing next week?
Next week, we are going to read the last 2 issues of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures.
Oh my God, we're finally ending a series. It's been a while since we've done that.
So this is the early years, parts 1 and 2.
Oh man, will TMNT Adventures end with a fart or a bang? Who knows?
Technically, a fart is a bang.
That's true. Join us next week, anywhere you listen to this episode. You can also hit us up on any of our also join our Discord at the link in our bio. Also leave us a review. Reviews help help people find the show. So yeah.
That's our show this week. Thank you again so much for listening. And until next time, cowabunga dudes.
Certified, turtlefied.
Booyakasha.
Hot soup.
What are we doing after Adventures?
I think we'll just go all in
Taking
on
a
finishing
break.
2003. We'll just because there's only, I mean, the next
5 episodes
episodes. Yeah, there's not a whole lot left. There's only
There's
like
left for 3 episodes, 2 episodes.
Yeah, if we do 3 and then 2 and 2, like about like or if we do 4 all at the end, 4 episodes.
3 and
We should
1.
do 4 all at the end.
We can do 3 and 1. We can do 4 and then 3 so that we can have, I don't know, I guess more time to talk about the end of it. I don't know.
Yeah, we could do that.
So yeah, like
I just
2
think,
more
like,
episodes
if
worth
everyone,
of 2003.
If this is a season even you and Keith hate, that we could just slam it all together.
Yeah, like the faster we get through it, I think the better.
Well, we're supposed to go through all of Ninja Turtles. We're doing all of Ninja Turtles. So anyway,
no, we can. No, I'm not saying through all of them.
Yeah, I'm not,
like that's fine.
I'm not
Just like we
saying.
can.
I'm not saying
them
skip
together.
anything.
Yeah,
because I don't think.
we'll do
correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think the stories are so stellar that like putting an episode that technically doesn't go with the other 3. I don't think it's going to be some heinous crime.
Yeah, it'll be 4 and 3, and then we can watch Turtles Forever. So
that works.
The Turtles Forever movie. And then if we wanted to dig up the Mayhem on Mutant Island toy advertisement commercial shorts, we can also watch those. They're genuinely
stretch out
terrible.
this 2003.
It's all right. We don't have to cover it. We'll cover that when we run out of things to cover.
Spencer doesn't want to say goodbye. He was like, there was a 2003 napkin that we're gonna read.
How did
at a certain point it's like what when we do that, is it then we're doing all the PSAs that came out like between episodes? Are we doing like the original
read the bio cards on the toy?
The bio cards, the original
technically like Mayhem
games and shit.
Technically Mayhem on Mutant Island is like does have a story and is like a book, not a book, but it's basically like a single episode when you put them all together.
Yeah,
but like you'd have to like
so it's a lost episode.
Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, basically it's a lost episode. And then I don't know, maybe we'll lollygag a little bit before we go into Nickelodeon. We'll maybe cover like the Coming Out of Their Shells tour just for fun. Maybe do another video game episode. Like that, and then we can if we want to go every other on 2003, then we can just like, I don't know, insert some movies or something if you want, or some games. If we want to make finishing 2003 take a long time.
No, I'm fine with just pushing through, and like we're gonna end Adventures, and we can go straight into ending 2003. Like that way we got
wildcard bitches.
Yeah. Oh, my new microphone's here.
Yeah, because we could do, like you said, a video game episode, Coming Out of Their Shells, Turtles Forever. We could run a session of the Palladium game.
We can.
That's true.
Yeah, that's a good.
It's gonna take a lot of planning, but we can do it.
It's very intuitive and easy to understand.
Yes.
We've established this. Like it's anybody.
I'm so glad you shared that because I'd seen that like 4 times. I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Need to reread over those combat rules, make sure I've got it down. So we're not.
I mean, I don't
spending
know what you're
too much
getting,
time.
Spencer. I don't know what your problem is.
Actually, the combat rules probably are the most clear-cut thing in the whole entire book. Actually, to be honest, like the combat rules are pretty straightforward.
Talking specifically about combat.
It's just the literally everything else part, like is what's hard for me, because there's basically just like all the other skill checks. They just give you a chart, and luckily like Keith had a big enough brain to figure it out, but me just looking at that chart, I was like, what are they getting at with the percentile dice checks and things?
You say I have a big brain,
but this big girthy brain.
Yeah, I took a long time looking at the automatic weapons, and it's like you can do a burst of 3 rounds for this much damage. I was like, why would you shoot the same gun for 3 rounds for only 2 dice of damage? It took me a long time to realize it's 3 rounds of ammunition and not 3 rounds of combat. Like, oh my god, I'm the dumbest kid in school.
Well, I guess I played too many. I've played, maybe not too many is probably the wrong word, but I've played enough shooters and things like that you can get like burst rifles and stuff, and so it's like, oh yeah, shoots 3 rounds of ammunition, in one trigger pull.
Yeah. Well, then they have like firing wildly, which firing wildly, as far as I can tell, is exactly the same thing, except that you can also kill civilians. It's like, why would you ever do that? That's stupid.
I choose to fire wildly because you have a character who has the selfish alignment, right? Is that what it is?
Something, yeah. We have to do a whole episode that's just making our characters, which is supposed to only take 10 minutes, remind you, and then a whole episode of actual play.
Well, 4 people each making a character, that's 40 minutes, so.
Yep, there you go.
It's good content.
Great content. We'll just roll our dice. You just listeners, you'll get to just hear, as we roll our dice.
Yeah.
If you could even hear that, did that sound effect even register because of the noise gate?
No. Yeah.
A little bit.
I'll have to noise gate off. So you can hear the clatter of dice.
I'm going to mess with this new microphone for the rest of the evening.
B to the off, B singer. But man,
is it your wireless microphone, Mike?
Yeah, it's the Mayono one that's on TikTok.
You had wires in you before, Mike? I thought you were already wireless.
It's a good thing this episode's over because that joke would have been real bad.
It's a little Mike joke for you. little Mike joke.
Damn, a Mike joke. Wow. Now he pinned that bad joke on you, Mike.
I know. Jesus. Just really doesn't want to be
associated
associated
I
with
get
this
it. A
terrible
Mike
joke.
joke. I thought.
Yeah,
I thought you told
got it.
I thought it said it was the kind of joke that Mike would make.
Oh no, it's a Mike. It's a joke about Mike and Mike. Being the same. Mike and
it's a
Mike
microphone.
And Mike has a mic. He's a microphone. Mike.
Yeah.
Mike and Mike. It's they're spelled different, but they sound the same. They sound the same, actually.
No, keep stretching. We got another 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Cody, why are you sharing
Mike does actually spell his name.
We don't get paid unless this video is 10 minutes long.
You're right. Exactly.
True.
Should I rant about Doomsday Clock? Because man, if there was a comic that didn't need to happen, it was Doomsday Clock.
What's the plot of Doomsday Clock?
So far it's basically like a sequel to Watchmen. It goes like 7 years in the future of the. I haven't even finished it still yet because it's just such a slog for me to read through it. I'm like, I don't want to read it, but also I have to read it for my DC Universe read through since it's technically important to the plot of the DC Universe. But it's like 7 years later in the Watchmen universe, and basically the world ends up actually getting evidence, that Adrian Veidt orchestrated the whole giant squid thing so that he could save the world, and basically the world's going to fall into nuclear war now. At this point, it's all ticking to an end. Everyone's going to die. And so Adrian is trying to chase down Dr. Manhattan and trying to figure out where he is, which leads him to the DC universe. And he brings this new Rorschach with him that isn't the original Rorschach, but if we're going to have a crossover with the DC characters, we got to bring some of these characters back some way. So they bring back Rorschach by having some other guy wear his mask. It's just like the cheapest thing you could possibly do with this monument of a story. This thing is considered to be it's like the masterpiece of comics, and you're just and we're gonna write a crossover with it. I don't know. It's just, and it's Jeff Johns trying to write like he's Alan Moore, he's trying to mimic the different things that they did in Watchmen. The monologue of Rorschach's inner thoughts and people's inner monologues and stuff. And it's
just some kind of beautiful irony in doing something that Alan Moore specifically hates with his own property, and bringing it back in the most hack way and being but I can write it like Alan Moore, I could do it justice. And it's really,
yeah, that's what it feels like to me anyway, reading.
The only half decent story would be it's maybe Dr. Manhattan, after 1,000 years, gets bored and comes back to Earth and is what's going on here? And you have weird, like, Earth wiped itself out and he's like a god to the new natives and he's just like fucking about or something. But like specifically like coming back and being like, people really love Rorschach, so let's do a fake Rorschach. And it's like, wow.
Yeah, well,
wow.
then like the comedian is back because Dr. Manhattan just like brought him back to life for some reason that's still unknown to me. But he just resurrected him, and he's just here in the DC universe, like the main universe. And then there's, yeah, I don't know, man.
It's like, at least wait till he's dead. Like, if I was a writer, I'd at least have some self-respect, and I'd be like, no, the actual writer on this would fucking hate this, so I'm not going to do any of this.
Yeah, but like a lot of it, yeah, a lot of it is like backstory for the new Rorschach and stuff. As you're reading it, like there's an issue that's definitely mostly just that. It's just not great. It's kind of boring and kind of just, I don't know. It just feels like it's like this is a crossover with The Watchmen, and it's like The Watchmen doesn't feel like a comic book that you'd have like a superhero crossover with. Like it just feels wrong. But basically, like the big like unveiling that that this comic book is doing is that like the Flash didn't ruin everything with the Flashpoint paradox kind of stuff. With the New 52, he's not the one that created the New 52 universe. Like Dr. Manhattan was just able to use like the opening or whatever that he made or whatever he did with the timeline to like get into the DC universe, and has been tinkering with it. So he made like the JSA not form by letting Alan Scott, the Golden Age Green Lantern, die. So he's supposed to like catch this lantern when a train is falling off a bridge or a bridge crumbles. He's supposed to like hold on to this lantern, the Green Lantern, and it saves his life kind of thing. He just like moves the lantern over a couple feet or just out of his grasp so that he dies. And then the JSA doesn't happen. And so like there were no Golden Age superheroes in the, in the New 52 universe. And anyway, so it's basically just going through being like Dr. Manhattan was just a dick, for no reason to this universe. Like I imagine it's going to give a reason, maybe, but it just, I don't know. I'm reading it and I'm like, it's one of the crossovers of all time for sure.
It almost seems like they only did it to hopefully piss off like Alan Moore. Like that was
I feel like what it is just have like,
it's like something to like keep the rights to it, isn't it?
Yeah, they have to keep something in print.
It could be.
This is a real, yeah. They have to keep like printing something Watchmen every year or every other year or something. Otherwise, the rights would revert back to Alan Moore.
Yeah,
but they keep the book in print, and that's how they do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even if they really wanted to do that, like I could see them writing a sequel to itself and like keeping it contained and be like, this is where we think it would go. Like at least that's something novel, but like specifically like mixing it through in the most hack way. It almost seems like they're deliberately like trying to tell him to like go fuck yourself.
Yeah, well, and I know there were like,
we think of your work.
I know that there was like various series that were written, like individual series about some of these characters. Some are, like well regarded, others aren't. I think like the book about, I can't remember if it's like Dollar Bill or the original Night Owl, like the one before.
Yeah, at least like something on that, like you're in theory taking the story in its own spirit and continuing it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you're like, I'm gonna write a sequel to Harry Potter, right? Or you're like, what if I'm gonna cross over Harry Potter with the Turtles? Which that could actually happen because that's the Turtles' bread and butter. But like, it's that kind of like goofballery where it's like, are you really such hacks that you demand you keep this property and you can't even like think of anything actually like fitting to do with it? Like, I don't know. It's
yeah.
Like, or maybe they love Alan Moore and they're like, look, we want people kind of give him too much shit, but we want to justify how much he hates us. So people are like, actually, Alan Moore is right. So maybe they're just doing a little like dark woke, and they're just like, they're doing him a favor.
It's just, I don't know. It's so bizarre to me for sure. But like, it feels like there's like an executive that's just like, what do you mean we have the rights to one of the what's considered to be one of the greatest comic books of all time, and we haven't written any more with it. We haven't franchised it out more. It's you mean for the past 30 years we haven't even done anything with it in comics? Write something, do it now. And they just did that. Like the Rorschach comic is supposed to also be good. That I think came out around that time. There was just like this like burst of just like Watchmen content, like Watchmen comics, and I don't know why they did it. All I know is that I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be meta commentary with Doomsday Clock that is just like the Watchmen, like Watchmen had a negative effect on the DC universe because it made all of us want to write dark, edgy stuff. Like I think that's like what ultimately what the meta commentary is supposed to be, is that we were all trying to like deconstruct and make it real, and we lost like the hopefulness of comics, and we were just trying to be too edgy with the New 52, and so I think it's supposed to end with like Dr. Manhattan like learning hope from Superman and being like, I'll fix the universe for you, buddy. And he fixes the universe, and that's like what Rebirth is basically, is that they brought back the previous continuity. The JSA existed back in time again, during World War II, all that kind of stuff.
Everything. Do I sound okay? This is the new microphone. Probably
tell some bad jokes so we know it's you.
Yeah. God. So yeah, real mic, real mic here. No, I don't have any bad jokes or anything. All my jokes are good. What are you talking about?
You maybe sound a little quieter than you used to.
Yeah, okay. A little muffled.
I'm adjusting the gain.
You don't sound bad. I'll say that. Like you don't sound exactly the same.
Okay.
But it's hard to tell if you sound better per se. But you sound
a little less gain. So I'm about 6 inches away from the microphone.
What if you tried no pain, no gain?
This is no gain now.
Very quiet.
More pain.
More pain?
The pain is mostly on our end. If you could shift it to your end.
Right. Yes.
All right, this is full gain now. And so I don't know. I think I'm peaking a little bit.
Well, the gain, it'll also like kind of
peak.
like it makes it grainy.
Well, I can see okay, so it's picking up other things like in the background. So if
because it'll like
so if I turn the gain down, then it's it doesn't pick up the background noise from what the app is telling me.
Yeah. I mean, there's got to be some like recommended settings or something.
Well, this is the podcast setting with moderate noise reduction and then like mid gain.
I mean, I think you sound fine. Just like to my ears, it's a little quiet. You sound better than Colin, though. I'll say that.
Well, anybody sounds better than Colin. All right, this is like right in front of my mouth now.
That's a little too much.
Is this too much?
Yeah,
too much.
So if I pull back just a little bit.
Yeah, pull out a little bit. Thank you.
Yeah, pull out a little bit,
and then do back in, but just the tip.
Just the tip of your mouth. Yep.
This is just the tip now.
Okay.
If you could lick the microphone.
Caitlin in the background's like, Jesus, you guys are
fucking. I'm surprised.
We didn't tell you to put us on speakerphone. We thought this was a private conversation.
No, what makes it worse is she can't hear you guys.
Oh, even better.
Yeah. So everything is just me.
She just sees you air sucking off your microphone.
Well, I mean, from context though, she knows you guys are being fucking weirdos.
So. No.
There's podcast 1 and podcast 2. I don't know what the difference is between these two, but
it's also hard to tell because like Discord will always add its own fuckery on top of it.
Yeah, because I didn't turn any of the Discord stuff off. I literally just kind of plugged this in.
Well, I mean, even that, but like the version I'm hearing won't be the same as yours necessarily. So it's
No,
like
right,
there's
right,
just
right.
multiple fuckeries going on.
There's gaming and singing.
Yeah, sing a few bars for us.
Oh my god.
Sing The Great Pretender.
I can mute it with my phone. That's nice.
Can you sing The Pretender?
Putting it on the Ritz.
Can you sing something by the Pretenders?
I was on a show years ago.
Sing Princess of the Universe by Queen.
Do you remember Fox Family Channel?
This is loud and terrible.
Do you remember Fox Family Channel?
No.
Yeah.
So there used to be a show on there called The Great Pretenders, and it was like a lip syncing competition. And
I
I was
vaguely remember that.
I was on it. It was back when Fergie, before she was Fergie, she was in a country band called Wild Orchid.
Wow.
And they used to host the show. I did not meet Fergie the day I recorded, but I was on the show twice. It is one of my only IMDb credits.
As you were lip singing, you were pretending.
I was on TV.
Wow, you made it.
I was technically like paid as an actor to be on the show. It's like
you got into SAG-AFTRA and everything.
I wish. I found the video years ago on YouTube, but it is no longer on YouTube. I wonder if I can find it again though. But it was like I think it was like a freshman in high school, so it was like 2000, and like, you know, bleached tips were in. You know, it was terrible. It was a time, man.
Jesus Christ. Do you ever see like people's usernames and they have like 12 S's? And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
who do
you're really logging in every fucking time with that many like, that's how you know someone's like a true fucking psycho. Like, TikTok sent me notifications like, you might know this person, and I'm ready to cut them from my life because they included way too many goddamn S's in their name. Like, there's no going back from that, you know?
Oh, ooh,
There's
I don't know if I like this. Okay. Okay, so the microphone, I might have to do some more adjustments here, but it like, I can't hear anything playing on my computer with the microphone on.
So you can't listen to Ted in the scene I was referring to?
Exactly. Like, I'm only getting the audio from this call. What?
I'm just laughing at the Ted scene. Yeah, that's funny.
Why are you sharing this Star Fox picture, Cody?
Because I just wanted you to look at his creepy feet.
I did notice that, yeah.
Yeah.
He's still got fox feet.
Because I don't think they're gonna do the boots, because they specifically gave him like Falco weird socks.
Weird chicken feet. Like, I saw people making like little edits that like they made their eyes like a little bit bigger.
Dude, I saw one dude post an edit and I can't fucking tell what the edit is. And I desperately want to message him like, I can't fucking tell what you did. Like, you're out of your fucking
exactly
mind.
the post you're talking about too. He took like 3 pixels off of Fox's necks and was like, it looks so much better. Like, what the fuck did you do?
I want to berate him like, you're fucking crazy. That's the same picture. god. Yeah.
Too funny.
All right, guys, I'm gonna get off here.
Yeah, get
All
out
right.
there, old man.
You have a good night.
Yep.
See you guys next week.
Yep.
Bye,
Take care.
dudes.
Bye.
Robot
Like-
legs. Give us robot legs, you cowards.
Well, they never had robot legs. That was
Yeah.
That's a retcon they should have adapted though. Like they
They
should
have
have been
gravity
like,
boots.
okay, that's cool
Yeah.
as fuck. Like, cause the
Like, they
idea
had
that like,
the-
you know, like the whole like the full thing where people are like, oh, for the pilots to not like lose consciousness in 0G
Yeah.
or G's, they like amputated their legs. That's
Yeah,
such
like,
a
that was-
badass thing. They should have ran with that and been like,
I mean,
actually,
I don't think it's a badass thing, but
it's
I
cool.
mean, like,
Look, when they did the
it's
puppets and it looked
not.
like they had robot legs, it's badass.
It's
You know
not.
it's badass. You know
And
it's badass.
I'm telling you, it's not. Like,
Spencer,
I don't
tell
think
me,
I don't think it
tell,
is.
tell Mike he's wrong.
Mike, you might be wrong on this one. I'm a fan of robot legs.
Okay, I'm not saying I'm not a fan of robot legs. I'm just.
I
not
mean,
a fan
you know,
of
I
you
robot
just-
seem
legs.
anti-robot legs.
Well,
You seem
hey,
like
just-
you
I
don't
just
like
finished-
robot
let me
legs.
fucking clarify, Cody. Jesus.
I just finished watching Maul, and I'm all about robot legs right now. That's
Yeah.
it. You know, Maul Shadow Lord.
Robot legs can be really cool. I don't think that these ones on the Star Fox puppets ever looked cool.
Wow, jail, straight to jail. That's crazy. How
In
you're
a
going
country
straight
where
to
you
jail.
think those robot legs look cool, man.
I bet if we could poll the populace, they would agree with me.
I mean, yeah, because it would be a biased poll of people you chose that would specifically answer your question, Cody.
How would I filter through people and make sure they
You have your you,
love
you have
robot
your
legs?
ways. Yeah, you have your ways. I've seen the
No,
people
they
you
at least
share
should give
too on your
them
socials.
proper boots. The boots, even if you don't think they're robot legs, the boots look cooler.
Yeah, no, like literally that's why they point him out in the Mario movie. Like he's got really cool space boots. Like
Yeah.
and so for
Like-
these, like I mean Falco's like the most egregious one because like he has like literal chicken legs.
Which, you know, to be fair, they could just put boots on him and be like, "Oh, that was out of his boots." But it's
Yeah,
like,
but that's not what they're
all right.
doing. And it's like
Yeah.
they're so like weird and like and even just like Falco's design is more chicken like he's got like a big old crest on it, like his hand, like his fingers are feathers, like it just reads weird. And
Yeah,
especially
it's
'cause, like,
interesting that they
we've
didn't
seen-
play off of the nostalgia from Smash Brothers at all, you know?
Yeah, like you have the Smash Brothers designs, and it's like so I saw somebody point out like the weird implication that, you know, like, hey, these are gonna be adapted into the next Smash Brothers game, like Breath of the Wild Link
They
was.
would, yeah.
Um,
Like, you know, it would be a fun mechanic in Star Fox. Like, you're fighting around, and then like you invade a base, and you have to go in on foot, and then it's like side scroller Smash Brothers, and you're like kicking ass and shooting.
well, yeah, I mean, like, because his whole move set is original to Smash Brothers. Like, he's never done any of that in any of the games, so it's like they would have to steal from that because otherwise people would be like, hey, like, why can't I do the Fox Dash? Oh, hey, why isn't the reflector? Why don't I have the reflector? And it's like,
Yeah.
because those are all Smash Brothers original things, so they would have to do it. They would have to lean on that.
Yeah, that's where I don't understand. Because to me, it's a lock. Like, you do another Star Fox, you design a new level, you shoot things in a different level. That's the easiest thing, right? Like, it's literally just the formula. Just pop it in. Here's a new boss, blah, blah, blah. Bullet hell shooter, easy. But then you're like, how can we make this balls to the wall crazy? Bam. What if they go on foot for a time and they shoot around? Psh, psh, psh. And even if you want to do like the Star Fox adventure-y kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So then like part of it's like maybe it's a 3D action game, maybe it's a side scroll. You could take it in so many crazy ways, and instead they're like, Star Fox is the hardest game in the world to make games for. I guess we just remake it a few times. And it's like, I just truly don't understand how we haven't had it over milked, because it's the kind of thing like any other video game company, you'd be on like Star Fox 20 at this point, right? And maybe people are asking them to like make a good Star Fox again, but it's like they would have fully explored it. But for some reason, Nintendo's like, we don't really know what to do with it. We can't.
Yeah.
And I blame old man Miyamoto.
Yeah, like I've been saying it for a while. Like I think Miyamoto, like I mean, he's the guy responsible for like, everything that's made Nintendo. But I think also like I think his ideas are kind of stagnating everything as well. Like, and I don't want to say he's past his prime because he's still like fairly active, but I think his ideas are incredibly outdated and don't meet like what the fans of these series like want. But also at the same time, it's hard to argue because his games still do sell, incredibly well. For the most part, like you still have like Pikmin and Star Fox literally up until now, which I saw somebody say earlier today that it's kind of funny that like Star Fox Zero on the Wii U sold about 440,000 copies, and this in one day has probably pre-ordered more.
Yeah. Which again, Star Fox Zero wasn't actually super bad.
No, I never thought it was.
What was more annoying about Star Fox Zero is, especially this was back in the day when Platinum had a lot of cachet,
I forgot Platinum developed it.
Yeah. But so like you were like, because like, and if you played like Bayonetta, if you played Beautiful Joe, if you paid, well, I don't think they did Beautiful Joe, but I meant Wonderful 101. Both of those games had like crazy off the wall segments, and they even had portions of it that were like straight up Star Fox, right? Like they were like having fun, and you played their version of Star Fox, and it had none of that balls to the walls having fun, and so it's like, why did you bother giving it to Platinum, and you didn't set them loose, And maybe it wasn't their A team because they also had like B or C teams that produce some crap sometimes. But that was the big disappointment in that, because people heard Platinum and they're like, oh my god, the people who made the ridiculousness that is Bayonetta are doing Star Fox. This is gonna slap. And it was like, nope, it's a pretty vanilla Star Fox. And you're like,
what if we made the controls as imperceptible as possible?
That was when they were in their weird phase, because Star Fox Zero came out the same year as Mutants in Manhattan, and that was after they had done Transformers Devastation, which is
which
really
those games
fun.
are the ones they farm to their other teams with like hit or miss results.
But like Transformers Devastation is a lot of fun.
Yeah,
like I'm so glad I got it for free on PlayStation Plus, and I'm so glad that I still have access to it, because it's so much fun. And then the Legend of Korra game, like, it's not great, but it's also like it's not bad. And like I thought it was interesting how they tried to incorporate bending into the game. So, but I mean, I'll always remember because like Nintendo had a booth. I think it was at WonderCon one year, and so I got to play Star Fox Zero there, and so I have like an official Star Fox patch from Nintendo.
That's
I haven't found anything to put it on. Yeah, like I love that patch. I've never put it on anything.
I like Zero. It's just like
you should get
the controls are absolutely just devastatingly awful. Like it just
you can like mitigate it to some degree, but they do force a lot of jank on you, and you're like, oh,
Keith, if you'd been here about 20 minutes ago, we've already discussed the controls. So,
no, that's the weird thing, because again, like all you have to do is just design a new level for Star Fox, and people would be thrilled.
Yeah.
Like they could even like literally just mod Star Fox 64 and keep the same graphics, and if they gave it like a new level with more stuff, I bet people would eat it up. Like
that's what I'm telling you guys. Like you should really try Starlink, that Ubisoft game. Like for a long time, that scratched the Star Fox itch.
Yeah, we'll see.
I mean, it's fine, but it's like it is a fun like space shooter. It's not on rails.
Is it furries in space though?
No, like the game
if
is
it
not.
Isn't, I don't want it. I don't want it.
I mean, if you buy it on the Switch, it is. Because Star Fox is exclusive to the Switch version. In fact, like because it's one of those like toys to life games like Skylanders, but it was all spaceships. And so the Switch version came with an R-Wing and like a little Fox like minifigure and stuff. And so like you can fly an R-Wing in the game, and like have Fox pilot it, or if you buy the DLC, you can have Peppy, Slippy, and Falco.
You can be Slippy?
Yeah, you can play Slippy in Starlink.
All right. Well, maybe I'll look into that. Maybe because I want to play Slippy. That's all that really matters to me at this point.
Command, you can also play Slippy, and Slippy actually has a different ship. Like they all have different ships, but Slippy's is like specifically a bomber, which is super cool.
Oh yeah, that is cool. I like that.
Slippy time.
So it's like he doesn't have a lock on his laser, but he can hold more bombs, and he has better shields than the rest of the crew. It's really cool.
I like that.
Yeah.
In Starlink, they so they're not like, because Starlink has its own story, and then the Nintendo version, like the Star Fox team, like you can tell their cutscenes are different, but like they are kind of woven into the main story, and there is dialogue between like the main characters and Fox and stuff, if you choose to play the game as Fox. But also like the gimmick of the game is that you're swapping pilots and ships and stuff. So you can put Fox in any one of the other ships in Starlink. But why would you ever want to? They all do have different stats, but why would you ever want to?
Why indeed? Why?
Well, should we jump into the show and then I don't know, converse more later?
Yeah, because my idea is we record it, and then like instead of you guys, we hit like the 4-hour mark, and you guys want to kill yourselves. Then the only thing we're cutting off that.
No. We just want to kill you, Cody.
Yeah, I mean, well,
hey, I welcome death.
The sweet.
Yeah, at this point, yeah, Cody's waiting for the hentai virus.
I've already got that. I've had that for years, but not the rat version.
Is that like I've never even heard of this is all news to me, the hentai virus? Yeah. Is that like Goon's disease?
Hey, we did it. I'm so glad we got that in there.
Actually, I'd never heard of the hentavirus thing until I saw like you say that in our chat, and so I didn't even get the joke. I was like, hentai virus, and I was like, am I like being set up for something? And I was like, well, then I'll just make a joke in response. Is that like Goon's disease?
That was a really good joke.
It was off the cuff, man. What can I say? I'm a hilarious guy.
You're funny occasionally, Spencer.
Occasionally, every once in a while, I'll have a zinger.
Pardon my zinger.
I just watched that the other day, actually. Who Killed Mr. Burns?
Yep.
Have you ever noticed that at the end of the first one, that's not Krusty standing there? It's like Homer dresses Krusty.
No.
Let me send you a picture. I literally watched this yesterday. I don't know, but I watched it yesterday, and I noticed this. Let me send it in our main chat here. There you go.
And one of my neighbors, they did like the Zero Escape thing years ago with rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's weird. Like it is Krusty, but it's Homer is Krusty.
Yeah, but he doesn't have
they just have a yard full of weeds. and they
two
mow the
hairs.
weeds.
He's got like a full head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
there's
it's
two
like,
different conversations
yeah.
happening at once right now.
Yeah, keep it going, guys.
Decide which is the cooler one, listeners.
Right.
Stupid
Yeah.
Homer talk or neighbor weeds.
Tune into I don't know. I'm all about zero-scaping personally.
It's fine if
I'm
you do
invested
it,
in this conversation.
they removed the rocks and it's just they have like a full bed of weeds, and I'm just watching the guy like trim. He has like a trimmer, and it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, like my front yard, right? Like, so I have a hedge, and then I don't know, maybe I shouldn't give details about my I don't know, whatever. But anyway,
Yeah,
Give us the address and your blood type.
yeah. Well, I'm at it. Either way though, there's the park strip, out front, and the people before me had mulched it, but like the mulch when I moved in was basically gone, and like it's like I don't know, like I wasn't able to weed it, and it's out of, like I've had to go out with the weed whacker and just kind of like whack it all down, and we're working on trying to get like cardboard and purchasing mulch to like lay it down over the weeds and just like smush them out. That way it works. You just have to weed around where the boxes don't quite cover, things. But
weed around those bushes.
Hacking and whacking and smacking.
Hacking, whacking, smacking. Yeah. It's and it's possible that some of the out of control weeds are what have led to what I'm hoping is a mouse problem. We're gonna say it's a mouse. I hope it's a mouse.
I mean, do you live near like a field?
Not really. No, it's
really though that doesn't matter, because like in our neighborhood, like at one point we had like a huge, like little colony of rats. So
that's what I'm afraid of. Anyway, yeah, no, and I mentioned in the group chat already, but I guess for the listeners, I put out mouse traps, peanut butter on the pedal. Peanut butter supposedly is the best bait. And I'm just sitting there laying in bed, just waiting to finally hear it click, because we discovered we had this mouse, hopefully singular mouse, a while ago. And, the reason why I also hope it's a mouse is because then it's less likely that there's more than one. But, because they're more solitary. And it seems small. I've seen it. I've seen it running around a couple times.
Are you sure you've seen it?
Yes, I've definitely seen it. I watched it the other day crawl into the cloak closet door. So, yeah, it gives you the heebie-jeebies. So you lay awake at night because you have this freaking mouse or rat or whatever crawling around. But anyway, it sucks. Anyway, it ate the peanut butter off the traps. It didn't set off a single one. So I'm pissed because I just gave it a freaking free meal. So now I've gone to poison because this means war. I'm committing the war crimes now. I haven't gone as far as using glue traps yet, but
don't use.
We've now moved on to poison.
Glue traps are actually a dick move.
They are inhumane for sure. That is that's definitely like the more severe war crime there. But I've moved from traps to poison because this is war.
Have you ever thought of like a daub of peanut butter, like attached to a string, attached to a brick, attached to a shotgun? Bam!
Yeah. I'll do the mousetrap
like
board game, but in real life.
a whole elaborate
mousetrap.
Mousetrap board game.
This elaborate bullshit.
Spencer's literally setting up the game Mousetrap, but in real life.
This will work.
Yeah.
Push the marble,
you
stupid mouse.
can buy traps that'll just trap them, and then you can like set them free somewhere.
You gotta kill them because they just find their way back.
Yeah. Like I don't know where I'd set these things free at. Throw them into the Great Salt Lake, I guess. What's that?
Haven't you seen Tom and Jerry?
No, I'm not 80 years old.
Yeah, Tom and Jerry. Who's ever seen that? That's
They literally had a movie come out. They literally had a movie come out like a year ago.
And you were one of the 12 people that watched it, apparently.
What's Tom and Jerry?
I did used to watch Tom and Jerry as a kid, but it's been a long time.
Hang on,
that was 80 years
ago. The magical thing about Tom and Jerry is because there's basically like no dialogue. It does translate into like like just across the world, the humor translates because you don't have to depend on language at all. Like you don't have to depend on translation or translation doing a good job of delivering the humor, because it's all slapstick and it's all, everyone says everything with their bodies and with their expressions and mouths, and so it plays really well in other countries too.
That's it. So there was a movie last year. It was Tom and Jerry and the Forbidden Compass. And I remember like hearing about how like the Forbidden Compass is like a totally like different story element going on, but like they had to make it like a Tom and Jerry movie for some reason. Like someone at the studio was like, yeah, I think this is a Tom and Jerry adventure. And so they literally have nothing to do with the plot. It's like, but it's their movie.
It happens. Yeah.
Yep.
It's been known to happen.
Do it all the time. Yeah.
In other news, I finally sent Colin the microphone. So
yeah, that'll be nice.
Yeah, next time he's on the show, he better be using it.
I'm sure he will. He'll
just invite him back only
adapt
to make sure that he's making the microphone and then cut him out.
Yeah. No. Should be there on Saturday.
That's cool.
And then did you see that other microphone I sent in the chat?
Yeah, like the wireless one.
Yeah, it would be nice to have like a little wireless one.
Yeah, it could be cool. I could see the perks on that.
Yeah, so I'll test it out. It's supposed to be here. It's supposed to be here tonight. It would have been fun to record with it, but
oh well, Mike.
It wasn't meant to be.
Well, I guess we can get started on the show now then, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I was waiting for you to rev up, Spencer. I thought that was your rev up time.
Yeah, we were literally giving you your runway.
Bated breath. Now let us all stumble around longingly to prolong this until you get to it.
Yeah.
We thought enough of a gap was created that you would naturally seize it, because that's your
I was thinking that,
mind the gap,
but
if you will.
I just wanted to make sure that everyone had said their piece, because I mean, you don't know.
You have to take control, Spencer.
I know. I gotta
the
be
rever decides when it revs.
I gotta be the Leonardo. I understand.
You gotta wait just long enough for everyone to stop talking.
Because we can
Michelangelo
start talking over.
Yeah, you're the unfortunate straight man here.
Yeah. I am the. I gotta be Leonardo, but I am the Michelangelo. Maybe. Yeah, maybe.
You're the some
have said
Jim Carrey movie.
Some have said that I am the Donatello, but
no one has said that actually.
So some have said, I'm the wild card. That's what I bring to the team, to the crew.
Is that what now you're avoiding the rev? You don't want to rev up.